When it comes to longevity, blue zones are often described as legendary lands where people live healthily up to 120 years or even beyond. But is this really true? Is it possible that in some parts of the world, people live significantly longer lives? In this video, I will take you on a journey to uncover the myths, truths, and hopes behind the promise of extraordinary longevity. We begin this adventure with the extraordinary story of Li Ching-Yuen, the legendary Chinese Taoist master who, believe it or not, is said to have lived up to 256 years. Yes, you heard that right. According to some sources, he was born in 1677 in Sichuan province, and there are even official records celebrating his 150th birthday in 1827 and his 200th in 1877. And that's not all. Li reportedly married 23 times and fathered over 180 children. But how is this possible? What was his secret? It is said that the secret of his incredible longevity lay in his lifestyle. Li Ching-Yuen strictly followed Taoist spiritual practices, particularly Qigong, an ancient discipline combining movement, breathing, and meditation to enhance the flow of vital energy, or qi. In addition to his spiritual practice, his diet was equally remarkable. Li primarily consumed herbs, berries, and mushrooms, accompanied by small amounts of rice wine, foods that, according to traditional Chinese medicine, are rich in health-promoting properties. Li Ching-Yuen used to say, "Keep a quiet heart, sit like a tortoise, walk sprightly like a pigeon, and sleep like a dog." In other words, live calmly, stay relaxed, walk lightly, and enjoy good sleep. In short, this supercentenarian had a lifestyle focused on total harmony between body, mind, and spirit. But Li Ching-Yuen is not the only one attributed with incredible longevity. Let's move to another part of the world, the legendary Hunza Valley in Pakistan, long associated with extraordinary longevity. It is said that the inhabitants commonly live up to 120, 130, or even 150 years. Stories claim that women could bear children even in old age, sometimes beyond 60, and that the concept of illness was virtually non-existent. During the long winter months, the Hunza Valley was completely cut off due to heavy snow and lack of roads. During this period, which could last 5 to 6 months, the Hunza people subsisted almost entirely on dried fruits, particularly apricots. This extremely frugal diet and the resulting weight loss appear to have had a significant impact on their health. The famous Scottish physician Dr. Robert McCarrison, who lived among the Hunza, observed that this calorie restriction might have been one of the secrets of their longevity. Interestingly, even with modern scientific knowledge, we now know that calorie restriction and intermittent fasting stimulate hormesis, a process of positive stress that activates sirtuins, recently identified as longevity genes. But the incredible stories of extraordinary longevity do not end there. In biblical tradition, examples of extreme longevity can be found, particularly in the accounts of ancient patriarchs, mythical and fascinating figures. For example, Methuselah is known for living, according to the Bible, to the extraordinary age of 969 years, becoming a symbol of an exceptionally long life. Methuselah is not alone. His father Enoch lived 365 years, Noah reached 950 years, Adam 930 years, and Seth, Adam's son, lived 912 years. These accounts may suggest the existence of conditions or practices that prolonged life. Thus, the story of Li Ching-Yuen, that of the Hunza people, and the biblical accounts of the patriarchs pass down hope about humanity's potential to significantly extend the duration of life. But how many of these stories are true? Are they documented realities or merely fascinating myths? Do we have concrete evidence of super longevity today? Are there proven cases of particularly healthy and long-lived individuals or communities? Anyone exploring this topic inevitably encounters blue zones, regions renowned for their high concentration of centenarians and extraordinary quality of life. It might seem that there are lucky places where long life is natural, but digging deeper, the mystery of blue zone longevity deepens. Blue zones include Okinawa in Japan, Sardinia in Italy, Ikaria in Greece, Loma Linda in California, and the Nicoya Peninsula in Costa Rica. The inhabitants of blue zones not only live long lives but also age healthily, free from many of the diseases affecting other parts of the world. The story of blue zones began in the early 2000s, thanks to Dan Buettner, a journalist, author, and explorer for National Geographic. What makes the communities living in blue zones so special? Are these undeniable truths, or are they stories similar to those of the ancient patriarchs, the Hunza people, or Li Ching-Yuen? To uncover what was true and what was not, Enzo Peria Anati, researcher on longevity and author of the book Aging is Scary If You Don't Know How to Do It, personally visited Pakistan's Hunza Valley, the Greek island of Ikaria, and Sardinia's Barbagia region. Here is what he discovered. Barbagia, Sardinia, Blue Zone. In Barbagia, Parianati imagined finding elderly people enjoying simple diets, rich in pecorino cheese and goat's milk, benefiting from local herbs. He envisioned very old individuals maintaining daily activity through shepherding, walking in nature, and staying moderately active. He expected a serene, low-stress life with strong family ties and a sense of community, where elders often lived with their children. Finally, he thought he would find Canana wine, rich in polyphenols, enjoyed daily as part of the secret to their longevity. Instead, he found none of this, apart from large roadside signs boasting longevity records. Ikaria, Greece. Blue Zone. During his stay in Ikaria, he tried to immerse himself in the local lifestyle, renowned for promoting longevity. There, time seemed to pass more slowly, and life followed natural rhythms. Many inhabitants spent their days outdoors, tending gardens or herding animals, staying moderately active. The diet was simple and healthy, rich in vegetables, legumes, wild herbs, and olive oil. Local herbs, such as rosemary and sage, were used both in cooking and as teas with health benefits. Rest was an important part of the day. Afternoon naps were customary and helped reduce stress. Community life was deeply valued, with strong social bonds and great respect for the elderly. Yet even there, he found no clear evidence of extraordinary longevity apart from the stories surrounding the island. Hunza Valley, Pakistan. Recently, Peria Anati visited the Hunza Valley in Pakistan, a legendary land renowned for the health and longevity of its inhabitants. Nestled in the Karakoram Mountains, life in this remote valley flowed in harmony with nature. The Hunza people were known for their vitality and long lives, often attributed to a simple lifestyle and wholesome diet. They consumed fresh, locally grown foods such as fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and nuts, with apricots, rich in vitamins and antioxidants, as a staple. Until a few decades ago, during the winter months when the valley was isolated by snow and food was scarce, the Hunza practiced forced fasting. This was believed to positively affect metabolism, similar to calorie restriction, which is now recognized for its longevity benefits. However, Even among the Hunza, his high expectations were unmet. He found only people aging quite normally, with no awareness of the extraordinary longevity attributed to them. The truth about blue zones. The so-called blue zones have become symbols of extraordinary health. Yet these stories may be more legend than reality. Social and economic changes in recent decades have profoundly transformed these areas, casting doubt on their exceptional longevity. Geographic isolation once ensured a simple, natural lifestyle in places like Sardinia and Ikaria, with fresh food and consistent routines. But with the arrival of supermarkets and processed foods, these habits have drifted from tradition. Today, their diets and lifestyles are no longer so distinct from the rest of the world. In short, the blue zones as we knew them no longer exist, if they ever truly did. The environments that supported a long and healthy life now belong to the past. Saul Justin Newman, from the Institute for Biological Data at the Australian University, investigated the mystery of the blue zones and discovered something surprising. By examining data on centenarians, he found that 82% of them were born before the introduction of mandatory registration and therefore lack reliable documentation. Newman hypothesizes that many cases are due to age registration errors. The blue zones have largely become a marketing tool used to promote tourist destinations, books, courses, special foods, supplements, and various therapeutic treatments. Today, the number of centenarians is increasing worldwide. In Italy, the number of centenarians has increased by 34% compared to 2014. This increase is no longer tied to environmental factors, good wine, or goat cheese, but to advances in medicine, surgery, and hygiene. In conclusion, even if the stories about the Hunza Valley, the Blue Zones, or Li Ching-Yuen were not entirely true, much of what these stories have conveyed can truly promote a long and healthy life even today. Whether it's ancient legends or recent studies, the secret to longevity seems to lie in a mindful lifestyle, balanced, in harmony with ourselves and the environment, and in the full awareness of who we are and why we live. Today, we live in an era of great comfort and knowledge, and life expectancy is increasing significantly. However, statistics show us a somewhat grim reality. Healthy life expectancy stops around the age of 64, while average life expectancy reaches 84, far from our true potential of 20 years lived in full health. The healthy and happy longevity we all aspire to today must therefore go beyond factors like genetics or the environment. The true longevity we can aspire to is based on the awareness of our potential, knowing that every day we can do so much to stay healthy and vital, if we truly want to. We are on the brink of a new era, where humanity can rediscover that it is much more than just a body and a mind. We will understand that our life can be fully lived for the true purpose for which it was given to us. Each of us has the power to create our own blue zone around us and show the world that a healthy and long life is not just a myth, but a beautiful possibility. And when we discover who we are and why we are here, we will begin to value what is truly essential for a long and healthy life. Perhaps the true secret of Li Ching-Yuen, or the biblical patriarchs, lies in their profound understanding of what it means to be authentically human. If you found value in this video, leave a like, share it with someone who might benefit, and subscribe to the Longevity Mastery channel for more content to help you live a long, healthy, and happy life.